Alright, so what's up everyone? Welcome back. Today is a super exciting day. I'll tell you why. We are moving on from anchor standard domain identity to diversity. So just to make it clear on what these anchor standards are, we have 4 of them through the teaching tolerance outcomes. We have diversity, we have identity, we have action, and we also have justice. Within these anchor standards, we have domains. So these domains are specific things that teaching tolerance believe that students should be talking about and understanding within the curriculum that you are teaching in the classroom. I also believe what they're saying. Today we are looking at diversity. Students will be able to express comfort with people who are similar and different from them and be able to engage with them in a respectful way. This is extremely important for everyone. This should not be a domain just for students. It should also be a domain for adults. Now, here's the thing about this domain, and before I go into a rant, I mentioned in our last standard and domain with identity that people are mean. And I don't want you to think that I believe everyone's mean, but people in general, nowadays, you have to be a little bit on guard. You have to be able to feed out the people who are genuinely trying to be mean to you and those who just simply don't know. And I think it's extremely important that students are able to navigate that at a young age. They should be practicing right away. So I'm asking myself, why are people mean? Why? And my conclusion has come to that they simply have nothing else better to do. Or they simply don't understand the other person in front of them, where they're coming from, their beliefs, their background. And we are very quick to judge. We are very quick to think someone is out to get us before we truly understand the person in front of us. And I get it. As an adult, you should have some sense of what's happening in the world. But at the same time, we're human. We make mistakes. And how do we learn? We learn through experiences. So if we're not sure about something, we need to ask questions. And asking questions in an appropriate way that aren't going to hurt someone's feelings is a skill we as people need to be talking about and practicing all the time, myself included. So why not start with students in the classroom? The things that I think most when I think about this domain is we need to start with love. Everything needs to start with love. Love and understanding and then some dialogue. If all things had love, understanding, and dialogue, we would have a chance to at least listen to each other and have some sort of agreement on how, what, when, where, and why things are appropriate and when they're not. And we don't get there if we don't talk to each other. We don't get there if we don't have any type of understanding, and we definitely don't get there if there is no love. Now, as an educator, you're probably looking at this domain and you're probably thinking, wow, this is very, very simple. Yeah, it sounds simple, but it's not. You need to consistently be talking about this domain in the classroom and with students. There's no days off here, no days off. Students should be able to engage in this work through read-alouds, through scenarios, through modeling. Students should be modeling and role-playing what these scenarios look like in and out of the classroom. What does it look like when someone's mean to you? How do you respond? What does it look like when someone's mean to you because you are different? Because of what you're eating for lunch? Because of what you're wearing? Because the type of music you listen to? Because of the way you speak? How do you respond? How do you ask questions if you are curious? If I'm genuinely curious about your hair, how do I ask you a question so you still feel comfortable? That you still feel respected? Students need to know this right away so when they get older, and they can hopefully share this knowledge with their children. And I get it, there's a big difference between curiosity and ignorance. And let's try to help our curiosity by being able to ask questions appropriately. Sometimes I feel like adults and sometimes students can be ignorant. How? Simply by not thinking about the other person in front of them before they ask questions, before they jump to conclusions. Look up things if you're not sure. Ask questions, understand, seek advice, look for a mentor, ask a friend. It all works. You just need to try. Simple ways to allow students to start feeling comfortable with each other in the classroom is having students have mini presentations. Have students share their culture and backgrounds. Allow students to ask serious questions. Questions that are going to, again, allow students to be curious in a respectful way. When students are exposed to things that they are not used to, it becomes familiar. When it becomes familiar, it becomes second nature. Second nature allows students to be more respectful. Respectful allows society to be a better place. Invite parents in to tell stories. Allow them to answer questions to help students, again, think about the different people around them. There's a resource right at your fingertips. Us educators, we don't use them all the time. Bring in a cultural treat. Have students bake something, cook something, and let students share them. One thing I hate about education is the one-off cultural day. We can't just have a cultural day in class and then not cover culture or diversity ever again in the classroom. It's stupid. It tells students that cultural day is simply food or clothes or a song. And sure, that is a huge part of culture. It's not the only thing that students should be talking about. They should be having this dialogue throughout the year, so again, it is ingrained in them that they are consistently seeking information about things or people, beliefs, ideas that they are not sure about. We are creating wanderers, we are creating thinkers, we are creating problem solvers. And if they are not able to seek this information themselves, we need to get in there and help them out. I can't say it enough. We have parents as resources at our fingertips. We need to start opening our doors and allowing parents to come in to share their stories. We need to take care of each other, people. This domain is a great place to start. I'm out. Until next time. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. I truly appreciate you tuning in. These are just some domains I'm really interested in. Tolerance.org is a great organization that is sharing social justice lessons. You can find every bit of information you need from them. It honestly doesn't get any better. Until next time, subscribe. Peace.